Jan Brett. With over 40 million books in print, Jan Brett is one of the nation's foremost illustrators of children's books. Jan Brett lives in a seacoast town in Massachusetts, close to where she grew up. During the summer, her family moves to a home in the Berkshire Hills of Massachusetts. As a child, Jan Brett decided to be an illustrator and spent many hours reading and drawing. She says, "I remember the special quiet of rainy days when I felt that I could enter the pages of my beautiful picture books. Now I try and recreate that feeling of believing in that imaginary place I'm drawing really exists. The detail in my work helps to convince me, and I hope others as well, that such places might be real." As a student at the Boston Museum School, she spent hours in the Museum of Fine Arts. It was overwhelming to see the room-size landscapes and towering stone sculptures, and then moments later to refocus on a delicately embroidered kimonos and ancient porcelain. She says, "I'm delighted and surprised when fragments of these beautiful images come back to me in my painting." Travel is also a very constant inspiration. Together, her husband, Joe Heron, who is a member of the Boston Symphony Orchestra, Jan visits many different countries where she researches the architecture and costumes that appear in her work. From cave paintings to Norwegian sleighs to Japanese gardens, I study the traditions of the many countries I visit and use them as a starting point for my children's books. So here's Jan Brett. Here's Jan Brett traveling to Africa. Wow! It says right here up in the text that she travels. There you go. Oh, there's another picture of her in Canada. Whoa, she looks cold. Hey, Canada, she probably thought of some of those books in the cold there, like the hat and the mitten. That's so exciting. I hope you learned a little bit about Jan Brett.